Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition Awakening. The game with the coolest theme, like menu theme in a long ass time. I think it's like the reverse of the RTK10 menu music, which I love, which is just very somber. This is like the pumped for battle, but they're both like freaking epic tracks. So I'm Serious JG. I think last time I closed by saying we really have to figure out some of these game mechanics with the different city types and transferring food, and we have not done any of that in the interim. But we do have our goal, which is I think in this because the Hojo AI has just gobbled up small forces that need to exist for plot events. Uh, unless they come back because of plot events I'm not aware of, and I'm looking at, like, I don't even know that these forces existed from the beginning of this thing. It may not be possible. I'm not trying to give myself a pass for perfect play, that I did everything possible, but it is possible that it was never possible to do all of the historical events from start to finish. Like, I don't see how you could get, because of the nature of how, like, fiefs are reassigned by the Emperor at different points in the actual historical narrative. Like, Munashige Takibana starts out as an officer under whatever clan on Kyushu, but eventually in the later stages, he's got territory in Eastern Honshu. Like, there's no way to replicate that in the game, as far as I know. But it's playing from an early scenario all the way through the end. So maybe it was never going to be possible to hit all the Uesugi events if you started as the Nagao on the earliest scenario. But it does seem to me like the logical place is to get as far as we can with these historical events, which seems like getting to... I don't know if we're going to get confrontation at Kawakanojima, but that can't happen until 1553 anyway. So it might be, let's just get Echigo clan's agent dissolved, and in the interim see if, I think I've described it, I keep re-describing the same thing, see if while that's happening, anything happens where these scenarios become impossible again. But then I think we just try to get the regional victory, which I don't know was available in earlier Nobunaga's Ambition games. That's basically going to involve taking out almost all of the Asakura clan. They have one base, Nochisayama Castle, which is not in... What is the name of this territory? Hokuriku. Basically, if we take out the Asakura clan at this point, and we get this historical event in which we are given Shibata Castle, we take over Kokuriku? Was that what it's called? I was just looking at the name. Hokuriku. We get Hokuriku and a regional victory, and then we can start again. We'll be a smaller force with fewer castles, and we won't have all the facilities and crap, but we'll have gotten something out of this, and we can jump into a later stage, maybe right before the events of, I'll find as close as I can get to right before, because see, these will happen. I mean, if I'm comfortable skipping, or maybe I'll off-screen my way up to Confrontation at Kawakanojima, and then load a different game, because I think we can get Kagatora Nagao goes to Kyoto. We could get Kagatora absconds. We could get Kagatora Nagao returns to Kyoto. It's going to fall apart when we try to get the Hojo conquest. And the closer the closer scenario I start to the beginning of Hojo conquest, the easier it's going to be to actually make sure nothing goes wrong with it or later stuff. So I should have done this between recording sessions. I did not. I'll take a look. But for now, we're just going to continue. Our main goal is going to be moving towards defeating the Asakura, because that'll give us something to do as a logical tournament. Like, the last Nobunaga's Ambition game I played through as the talk it up to a certain point and then loaded and started a new scenario. This will give us a logical break. We can win the game with a regional victory and then jump back in and reset historical stuff to get more story. I think that's the logical thing to do. So to that end, Rhyme Paradigm has some suggestions. She will convey what she believes to be our next steps. The sheer size of Shina clan soldiery makes them a threat to our clan. Perhaps the Kurakawa Castle in front line should be established as our defensive base. I'm not that worried about that. Because honestly, in this weird scenario where I'm just trying to finish off Hokuriku, I don't want to lose Kurakawa Castle, but it wouldn't actually affect that. So I'm going to ignore that suggestion. What would this actually mean, though? Assistance base, administered district, equipment. Air towers, enemy unit soldier reduction, defensive enemies decreased, stamina restored. Because up here they have incendiary artillery. I don't know what that means. I really don't understand this particular menu. I mean, we can look at what the map would look like if we were attacked. We can piss. This is the selected defensive base. We can pick what base would assist. So they would send soldiers to Kurakawa. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I see a logic to this. And Shibata, when we take it over, could also send them there. This would basically mean Kurakawa, which is on the border with the Ashina and the Hojo, who are both hostile. Yeah, this actually makes sense. And then what I really need to figure out is how do we make this a how do we make this a target for, which it's a whole other thing that we can do. But yeah, okay. Let's do this. Understood. I will defend this castle with my life. Okay, so it's drawing soldiers and gold from Tsugawa Castle now. Meanwhile, I got castles that are bordering... Like, this place is constantly under Sneaky Styles attack. So what if I made it a defensive base? It's got a lot more stuff that it could have, but Wait a second, but I didn't get to pick a castle that was supporting you. Cicada is probably... Okay. So these two will get... Because I don't know that the Takeda can march on Kiso Fukushima. So it would be... The threat would be exposing it to the Saito, who I probably, if I'm not already doing diplomacy with them, I should be considering doing diplomacy with them. Because they're using sneak attacks too. I don't want to get into war with the Saito. Previously, I was saying I don't want to fight the Saito because it would interfere with history with the Oda. Now I don't care because we're gonna win a regional victory and get out. But I don't want to fight the Saito because they won't move us closer to regional victory. The Takeda are kind of always going to be our enemies, so getting our border cities with the Takeda and like the Hojo and stuff powerful would be good. Castle roll. Covert. There's some kind of way to set a... Set target and castle to conduct march preparations. Set castle to resupply allied units with provisions. All right, that's I was wondering about this. The castles that are supplying defensive bases are not participating. Although you are. Let's leave you out. Can I leave you out? Okay, I can. It's kind of hard to tell if they're in or out. So they are out. All right, so these now I've got defensive cities, and I've got cities that are because they don't have a lot of troops, but is that what it's about? These bases don't have any troops, so they're not. I guess they were freshly. Yeah, now it's freshly conquered. So the enemy has 55,000. We're expecting to have a lot more than that eventually.
Now is the time.
With a fortune for the heavens, armor over our chests, and the trail of achievements at our backs. Prepare yourselves. Torigao Castle will be ours. So not sure exactly what that means, but we'll see. We've got a little flame meter that's going to build up with time now. I think. And they are now marked as our target clan. Our view has changed. I can probably change it back. Whatever. Alright. I think I'm a little confused about menu. This game's got a lot of complicated menu options. Goodwill towards the Chicago clan is proceeding according to plan. Alright. Don't know what else I should be doing right this minute. Can't do... Why can't I do this? It says no county available to conduct county development. Okay, I'm seeing ones with the black. What about you? Strengthens county defense. Fair effect increased. Farm effect increased. Acquired honor increased. Alright, those black squares are never developable. It's the ones with the little circle around them. Or just traced path of righteous action, whatever. Search for officers, bolster crops. I guess there are tribes that we could be seizing that we're not seizing. What would we get out of seizing this tribe? We would get one officer. The Oguni tribe leader. Yeah, nobody's giving us like super sweet please select the tribe to adopt. And don't seem to be getting too much out of that. We could get these guys to come on in our side. It's a great idea. I'm sure it'll be a success. Yeah, I'm not even that sure how frickin' tribes work in this game compared to prior games. This one at least has some officers in it from a powerful clan in Hida. He wanted to ally, but he was... his heir insisted on the Uesugi. Killed his father and exiled his brother. Wow. Maybe we just leave tribes alone since they obviously don't know what the hell is going on with them. I think I lost viewers by having such a long tutorial period at the beginning, but I still didn't end up getting an understanding of all the mechanics in this game. So our goal will be increasing crops by 300.
The matter is safe in my hands.
Leave this to me.
All right, so I'm issuing orders for these officers to work on seizing farms and city. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can focus my officers more with orders like that. The knock on them early in the game is that they cost a lot of gold, but now I've got shit tons of gold, so there's no reason not to do those things anymore, I guess. The big curiosity will be what this whole flame symbol means. So Sokoto Castle now has a trading town level 2. And as always, I'm just using Ana Takatatsu to just build stuff everywhere and always. This is a tiny little town. Dirty old town. Oh, it's got mountains and shit. It's gonna be very Asakura. I have to come around the long way to attack it, and it's in more danger from the Saito, who I'm trying to be friends with. That's probably what I should be worried about. Diplomacy with the Saito, who are hostile towards us, but they are also cowardly. They have an alliance and are wary of us. Trust goes up by 1 with these guys, with everybody. Just, I guess because of their relative prestige or their attitude towards us? I'm not sure. Who are they allied with, I wonder? The Oda? It says they're allied with the Oda. Okay. So we're probably going to need to be at least a bit wary of them. Because I can't afford to lose these 2 castles to them. I think Kiso Fukushima, which I grabbed for funsies, is in Koshin. Like, I'd actually rather lose that. But I don't want to lose either of them. And honestly, to that end, even if it's super slow process, goodwill with the Saito is probably a good idea. Four officers. I mean, we might as well just use someone we're not using for something else. Is there anybody who we're employing is not even a lord? Okay, these people. You have to be at least a captain. Oh, captain, my captain. Alright, we will have a very slow build of goodwill with the Takada. I mean, the Saito. So they've got training grounds, irrigation canal, rice dealer, supply station. I think we can afford to get... Oh, they have a training... No, they're trading... So I could, in theory, get stables and a shooting gallery after I've increased my policies. Which might be fun if they get a huge amount of troops. Are we working on those policies right now? Because I feel like I was. $300 a month. Yeah, this would allow us to add... Well, the troops in that base would get better at those things. That's another thing I don't for sure understand. Cavalry level +1. Let's do one at a time. It's going to take a minute, though.
Very well.
Oh, that's 2,000 a month. Oh, 300 is what I'm spending now. So that'd be another 2,000. This would be expensive. But we're making a lot of money. And we're kind of stockpiling it right now. This position would be perfect for trade, but the port is too cramped. Well, then add a port. Of course you should do that.
Acknowledged.
And since I just got done spending shit tons of money, let's go ahead and add... There's only 2 slots here, but we will... Hold on. We can add another trading town here. Why not?
Consider it taken care of.
That'll leave slots for eventually cavalry and gunnery stuff up here at Kanazawa Temple, and then I can add another non-commercial or non-economic thing there. Somebody has been appointed Kyojo Nin. Nanao Castle has a trading town. You want to raise Numata Castle?
There's something I'd like to discuss.
I still am saying we just pretend that everything is hunky-dory between us and the occupied target. You need to capture capture target as we capture 0, but our goal is to capture 1 within 4 months. Not worried about that, because it took me straight to Kyoto, and I'm not sure why the map did that. Urgent repairs. That seems like a good use of funds.
Consider it taken care of.
He's going to keep building trading towns here.
Leave this to me.
And I think I'll call it a video. We kind of did a lot of nothing in this video, but I did get defensive bases organized. I set up a target for March. I mean, future videos will tell us if those are going to be useful in any way, but I finally pulled the trigger and decided to try to set those up. So we'll see what happens with that. And we have set our plan, which is to take over Okuriku and call it part of a Let's Play and jump into another scenario. Thanks for watching.